a lot of other YouTubers were starting to grow and getting a lot better. So it wasn't as original just to upload video games and talk over them. And a lot of these original YouTubers were getting lapped. Like people were just
getting
taking
pushed
over.
Aside,
without a doubt.
getting pushed behind, forgotten about.
Yep. And it happens in all
It
types
happens
of
all the
industry.
time.
Yeah, with everything. So anyway, while this was happening, he converted to live streaming to try to make his money. And on live streaming, this guy had a bit of a drinking problem. A bit is underrated, to be honest. He has a massive drinking problem. I was going to say, I
feel like the guy's an alcoholic.
He is, without a doubt, an alcoholic. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Morokai with 2 Eyes. We're back on every single Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 7 a.m. on Spotify and 4:30 p.m. on YouTube. I remember this doozer of a story that I don't think you would have seen, but in a previous episode, we were talking about old YouTubers, and we watched a lot of Call of Duty YouTubers doing commentary. So they'd put gameplay on and then pretty much just talk over the top.
Yeah, just talk about whatever, whenever. And just about random stuff for a lot of it.
Some of it could be about the game. Some of it could be about their night out on the weekend.
Yeah. It was always entertaining.
I loved it. I thought it was the best. And one of the best guys ever to do it was called Only Use Me Blade. Now, he was a bit original. He went around and just used the knife.
Yeah, he was notorious for it.
That was it. He just used the knife. And while doing so, he talked about what was going on in his life. And his voice was so relaxed. It's just a real chill dude.
Yeah, it was a good voice for YouTube.
Oh, yeah. If you were at a nightclub and you sat down next to this dude, you'd want to be in his energy.
Yeah, you're like, please tell me more.
Oh, bro. So anyway, after a while, a lot of other YouTubers were starting to grow and getting a lot better. So it wasn't as original just to upload video games and talk over them. And a lot of these original YouTubers were getting lapped. Like people were just
getting
taking
pushed
over.
Aside,
without a doubt.
Getting pushed behind, forgotten about.
Yep. And it happens in all
It
types
happens all
of
the
industry.
time.
Yeah, with everything. So anyway, while this was happening, he converted to live streaming to try to make his money. And on live streaming, this guy had a bit of a drinking problem. A bit is underrated, to be honest. He has a massive drinking problem. I was going to say, I
feel like the guy's an alcoholic.
He is, without a doubt, an alcoholic. And when he would stream, people would basically pay him to be like taking shots. And he would just do Jaeger bombs after Jaeger bombs. Just all types of... He drank like there was no tomorrow. Anyway, one of the clips I'm sure you haven't seen, but I remember seeing in one of your like top 50 worst Twitch clips of all time kind of thing.
Oh, in one of those
compilations.
You know, one of
those montages?
Yeah, shit, right.
Oh, this guy... So, there was, I guess, a fan who loved Only Use Me Blade. Like us, watched since he was like 16, all the way through high school.
Sort of grown up, more or less, yeah.
Yeah, this is one of his like superstars.
Okay.
Anyway, one time this guy sees Only Use Me Blade out in public, and he's with his girlfriend. He's like, man, you are my absolute idol. Like, just to see you is just incredible. So what he did was propose to his girlfriend then and there, because Only Use Me Blade was there and he wanted to share that special moment. Like, he just loved Only Use Me Blade.
That's pretty extreme.
All the serotonin was going, and he's just, this YouTube with like 400,000 subscribers. This is like, I just can't believe this is happening. Let's do it. So, Only Use Me Blade was like, oh, thanks, man. Like, that's super kind of you. And in his head, he's like, oh, it's a little bit weird, but whatever. This guy says, mate, please, can you, look, one time whenever you're free, can you come to our place, celebrate New Year's with us? Like, just celebrate. We'd love to see you. Only Use Me Blade accepts. So,
oh wow, that's huge.
Look, there could be parts of the story that are mixing up. Maybe they went to Only Use Me Blade's house. Maybe there was a different timeline with the engagement. But long story short, this fan looks up to Only Use Me Blade like there's
as
no
an
tomorrow.
idol,
absolute idol. Wants to share all his moments with him. So they're at this house, this guy's house, and it's for New Year's, and they've set up cameras. So it's upstairs and downstairs, right? Because they're live streaming.
Oh, right. Yes, fine.
And because they're live streaming, everything needs to be
seen.
Everything needs to be seen. And Only Use Me Blade was notorious for doing straight up reckless shit on stream. Like, there was one time he picked up, like, he was drunk on a couch, and this yappy little dog like jumped up on him, like tried to lick his face, and he full on chucked the dog. Like, I'm talking like room to room, airtime like no tomorrow. May as well have been like a throwing yard pass to someone else to catch him.
Bloody hell.
So he's been in so many
That wouldn't land well at all.
Oh, it did not. It did not.
Shit.
We'll go into so many aspects of this, but this was what happened. The guy's girlfriend, Only Use Me Blade starts hitting on. Sorry, soon to be wife, starts hitting on. This guy's just ecstatic that he's with Only Use Me Blade. He's spending New Year's with him. He's just so happy that his wife gets to share the same experience. He goes upstairs, partying with a few other people. While downstairs, Only Use Me Blade and the wife, he's like talking to the stream. Like, oh, you know, he's drunk off his head. He's like, oh, what do you mean? He's like, oh, yeah, boobs out. Ha ha ha. Like joking around. Like, anyway, puts his arm around, like grabs a boob or something like that. And it's like, oh my God. Goes to kiss her. He's like, no, we can't. He kisses this guy's wife on stream. On stream. And then after that happened, like, I don't know if it was when they were super close. You can see it on stream. This guy walks downstairs to see them together. And it's just heartbreak. Like, he doesn't know what to do because he's so thrown. And it's one of those awkward moments where you don't know how to act. So he kind of just goes up. He kind of like laughs a little bit or goes upstairs. Along those lines, right? So this guy, bro, your idol has just hooked up with your wife. And this Twitch clip, I'm going to make sure it's playing on the YouTube because there's going to be, I don't know if the time might be wrong. He might have came down. But long story short, imagine walking into that. And do you know why I'm thinking about that the most lately? Is because I keep seeing on TikTok their classic street interviews, but going, who would you cheat on your partner with?
Yeah, the classics.
If anyone's ever in this situation, the answer, no one, ever. Wouldn't happen. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
No one. And then this girl's like, oh, Harry Styles. Like, I just would have to. And I think I watched, and the guy's like, yeah, no, she really likes Harry Styles. Like, it would suck, but like, I know how much she loves Harry Styles. And these create these awkward conversations after the video.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Did you see the one, this was the worst one. The worst by far. It was like a Dodgers game or something like at the front of a baseball stadium. And this guy says to a couple, oh, if you could get with one, if you could just cheat for one night with one person, who would it be? Who would it be? You get one hall pass. And this girl goes, my ex?
You're kidding.
I'm not kidding. And then the guy laughs. Like, he's like, because you don't know what to do in that scenario.
No, you don't.
It's so,
especially when the camera's on you.
Exactly. It's so uncomfortable. Exactly. With the camera on you, you don't know how to act. So then the interviewer goes, oh, because he knows. Like, he's the moment. He goes, oh, all right, dude, who would your hall pass be? He's like, oh, her, like his girlfriend. Like, I wouldn't. And the girlfriend goes, oh, and the girlfriend realized what she's done. She's fucked up. She's like, oh my God. She's like, oh no. And she pushes him away. He's like, we're going to fight about this tomorrow. Like, and walks away. Bro.
That's a red flag to me.
Gets worse. The guy at the interviewer just quickly goes, why though? Why would you get back with your ex? And she's trying to walk away. And she's like, oh, let's just say the sex was good.
Oh no.
I know.
Oh, out of everything that you could have said after that, that's why. That's just like, you've just dug your grave.
Right.
Because that, to me, deep down, it's like, you're still talking to them. Like, my head would be like, there's still... to say that...
You get one night... Oh, you could have picked The Rock. You could have picked Zac Efron. Multiple... Your ex. Mate, I promise you, the guy played it casual on camera. Once, I reckon 10, 15, maybe 20 steps when he really processed what happened. And if he heard that comment as she was leaving, done. Done. You can't get past that.
Nah.
Oh.
That stays with you.
Yeah.
That sort of comment.
What would you rather though? That sort of comment or walking in on someone that is your celebrity like idol getting with your partner? Not even there. You know how everyone's got a list? It's like, oh, you know, my cheat list is these three people, but it's usually a joke.
Yeah.
Like, it's not actually.
Yeah, it would never happen.
Who can I even think about? Who's that chick out of High School Musical I absolutely love? Vanessa Hudgens.
Yeah.
Vanessa Hudgens, like, I think, is like ideal.
Yeah.
Like, if there's a cheat list, that's for me. If Vanessa Hudgens showed up to my door tomorrow, I'd be like, oh my God, and then just slam the door. Like, I'd be like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Go away.
There's no way this is happening.
Yeah. But that wouldn't actually happen.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
correct.
Everyone has their joke. These are the 3 people I'd shoot with. But I've always wondered if someone actually had the chance, would it happen? But then the worst one is if your crush got with
your
partner.
Like, and like they don't even like them.
Yeah, it's not, they're not
There's
even
a nobody to
them.
them. Yeah, that'd be fucked.
That
But
would
it's
be
also
so
scary
bad.
in the sense of, because how often do you hear like you should never meet your idols?
A lot. You hear that a lot.
Sort of thing. Well, I'm not saying that like that's one of those situations, but like,
Well, it depends when you catch them too. Like, I saw a clip the other day of Rhea Ripley.
at the airport, I've heard about this.
Yeah, she's a female wrestler who she previously
Australian,
won,
by the way.
Yeah,
from Adelaide.
She won the Royal Rumble and then she won at WrestleMania the WWE Championship, which is crazy. So an Aussie, and she's really over at the moment. Like a lot of people, she's the next big star. And she was in an airport, and a lot of these people you hear that are massive fans, they'll go into the airport, they'll buy tickets just so they can get in and then quickly return them on the way out. She's getting swarmed by fans, and you can see it on her face, physically and mentally drained. Like, just...
Yeah, because if you're dealing with it, because it's not like that's the first time that she's dealt with this either.
Yeah.
It'd be a constant going thing.
Yeah, but she, like, physically and mentally, she's done. It's like if you were just about to go to bed after a massive day, all you've been wanting to do is go to bed, and then people grab you out and you have to sign all these autographs. So she physically looks just done. And it looked kind of sad. It was like, oh my God, she's really going through it. She's really going through it.
Yeah, and it's hard as well, because like I feel like for a lot of these wrestlers, even though they're not on, like they're still got to somehow be like in character to a degree too.
That's what I mean. Like,
you don't want to like ruin like who you are on the screen.
But that's what I mean when you were saying like
it's actually
never meet your heroes. If
it's
someone's
such an
first
effort.
ever meeting of Rhea Ripley was that day, and their meeting was genuine, you would go up and you'd be like, "Oh, fuck you." But in reality, they have every right to.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Oh, I like Logan. Logan Paul has my favorite.
Logan Paul's
one.
philosophy on it is fucking awesome.
I love how he's like, I'll take any photo you want. I'll do as best as I can. I'm always up and about. But if I am ever sitting down and eating, straight up getting refused. Don't ask me.
Or if he's late, like if he's catching a flight and he's late, like somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, Rey Mysterio said the same thing actually on the podcast.
Yeah.
He's like, I always do my absolute all to take a photo and an autograph, but he's like, nowadays what I'm noticing is people will just buy like a pop vinyl of me. I just want to sit in just so then they can sell it. He's like, what happened to the actual fans who were like, oh my God, like, can I just get a photo? I'm like, they were happy with just a photo.
Yep.
Like now everyone demands an autograph. Everyone thinks like, everyone's like, no, you have to. And it's like, I don't have to do shit.
Yeah, those people drive me fucking
That
insane.
hates
You're
me.
where you are because of us, and it's like, wait, calm the fuck
Like,
down.
well, yes, but no. Like I still have to work my ass off to like
Yeah,
get
exactly.
to where I am.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. And there definitely would be days where like you just, they're just humans like you and I. So sometimes they're not having a good day either. And the last thing that you probably want to do is socially interact with a bunch of fans that are going over the top and just like, there's only so much a human can actually, like you can only be so nice.
Yeah, to get to the point where
Before it's actually just like, just leave me the fuck alone. Like I'm actually fucking over it.
Yeah, you'd take it out, especially if you're going through it at home. So you just went through a breakup, you don't want anyone to know because you know it'll be in the tabloids, you know it'll be all in the magazines and fucking...
Trying to sign shit and all that. And it always comes down to the day. Like, it simply just comes down to that. Because you could be having a good day, giving people all the time in the world, be like, bloody oath, like, let's take tons of I don't give a shit. Yeah, I'll get on your Snapchat or whatever. And then there's other days where it's just like, don't even fucking touch me.
I find...
don't you dare put a pen in my face.
I've seen like Conor McGregor and Brock Lesnar do it when they have like, say, 500 posters and they just have to sign. And then they'll have someone next to them, move the poster, sign, move the poster, sign, move the poster, sign. I'm like, oh... Fucking hell.
Well, doesn't even like Mike May, like I think he does that.
Does he? What does he sign?
He like his fifth fighter book.
Oh, righto.
He signs like the book like all the time. Then who was I think it was the Roman Atwood podcast. But he always writes 3 words in it. but he'll always try to at least like write to whoever the person is.
Yeah, okay.
So it's a bit more like sentimental that way, I guess.
Yeah, righto.
But Mike Malak's good in the sense of wherever he goes for any fan meetups, even if like the meetup itself is done, he'll then like go out like he won't leave until everyone has been able to like have a chat, a photo, and a signature from him.
Mm.
But I suppose as well, because of what he's gone through, he would be more appreciative of where he is today.
Yeah.
So I can understand that. But if you're someone like a Logan Paul or like John, like you just don't, you don't have the time. You just can't, like it's actually impossible to do that.
Yeah, I don't know how they have the time when they have so much going on. They have a ridiculous amount of going. Oh, we can, the thing we're going to talk about as well, Mr. Beast. He's fucking, look, I don't follow Mr. Beast or his team.
I don't. I just watch a video of his every now and then.
The video ideas are fucking incredible.
Yeah, I'm not an avid watcher of him.
But his team, I just don't really connect with too much. Like, they look like a good crew, but
I feel like the crew's fine, but to me, probably also being a little bit older now, seem just be a bit too, like, kiddie friendly.
Yeah,
and a bit, like, over-the-top reaction-wise to, like, a lot. I'm just like,
yeah.
You just don't do a lot for, like, they just don't interest me.
Yeah, the video ideas are fantastic.
Oh, what they do and stuff is awesome. The concepts, like, again, like you said, man, the production's fucking unreal.
Next level. But what is it, Chris?
Yeah, it is Chris.
So one of the guys in the crew has now transitioned to a woman. It seemed like it happened very fast. I think they even made a comment like 2 months on TRT or something along those lines. I'm not too sure.
Is that a testosterone thing?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe blockers. I have no idea what it was. But anyway, he's now transgender. Like he's transitioned to a woman. There has been, I've never seen this much amount of hate for someone.
Yeah, usually it's all support.
Yeah, but I do see a lot of comments saying the old Chris would make fun of the new Chris. So I don't know if it's hypocritical if in old videos he made fun of women or made fun of people who are transgender, and now it's hypocritical.
And then, he's now...
Because I see that comment a lot. But we've said before with, like, transgender, like, if it's your body...
Yeah, as long as you're happy at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
And as long as you're not hurting anyone,
Correct.
Do whatever you want. And that's why... The only thing we're against is the transgender sports. We think if you're competing against women...
I disagree with you.
Yeah, it's just... there could be serious damage there. Anyway, from that... The other thing was, anytime there's protests or there is, I don't know, someone speaking about two genders and people who are transgender are going to protest, I have never seen more aggressive people
very
and more vile than those protesters. So my view is like a negative view.
Yep.
Right? But if you're just someone who just wants to live your life in peace and that's the body you feel like your I guess vessel is wrong, like you just don't feel like it was meant for you, right? Then change as much as you want. Change as much. If you want to be
whatever makes
cat,
you like that.
I don't care. As long as you're not telling me I have to be a cat, then you're all good. So,
oh my God, yes.
Long story short, I was always that mindset. But the thing was, when this guy Chris from Mr. Beast has transitioned, he has copped so much hate in the comments, so many videos of like edits of people just being
like attacking him.
So I've seen my TikTok feed has been filled like
even just Twitter has been like Twitter's a shitstorm in general at the moment, but just going at this like
so nothing but hate.
It's just crap.
And this is the first time, the one and only time I'm kind of like, fuck. Well, I mean, they really go through it then if this is the kind of hate they get. Like,
the reaction.
They're making comments about how he's going to be a bad father. How? He's got a loving parent there. A parent that cares about him. What would you rather someone with a mother and a father, but both those parents don't care? Or would you rather someone whose genders change, but they care about their child?
They still care.
It makes no fucking sense. Anyway, so... As always, the comments are all people with like no profile pictures and things like that.
Standard.
And just kids. And it's a bit of a worry that this is the attack young kids are going. Because
it's fucked to know that's the next generation coming through too.
Because he's not pushing it on anyone.
Yeah, no, he's just going...
He hasn't even mentioned it.
He or she is just living their life being like happy within themselves. They're finally being the person that they want to be.
Yeah.
And all that, like thinking nothing of it, like, oh my God, like I finally like am who I want to be. And then they get attacked and shitted on and hated on.
Well, it's the first time I've ever looked the other way in the sense of like, oh, well, if that's the negativity they cop,
You would be
Jesus
scared
Christ.
to like come out though and like have those feelings, because if that's how society like
treats you.
yeah treats you as an individual, then like no wonder like even like people that are like it could be gay.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if that's how people's reactions are, like you wouldn't want to tell anyone.
Well, and the
Which
main
is
reason he
shit.
did everything for what I see. There's only one thing he did later on, which we'll get into, which is the wrong way. But from what I've seen, he's transitioned, not made a massive deal about it, maybe a couple of tweets. He's not at an age where it's questionable. I think it's really wrong to do that when someone's in high school or they're still it's way too young. Seems like he's done everything in the correct way, but because like such a massive following, he's just getting all this hate. And I'm like, mate, I could be completely wrong. His Twitter might be full of fucking propaganda where it's just like there isn't just two genders. There's this and pushing it on other people. So maybe I'm missing that part. But from my sense, it's just
from an outsider
a dude wanting to be a
perspective,
fucking girl. He's done it. He's done it quietly, and now he's just receiving nothing but death threats and hate. And I'm like, fuck me, man. Come on. He's not hurting anyone.
Yeah, he's just going about his their life, how they want it. Yeah, it's just shit
to go through that. And then the only thing that he's done, which is wrong, and I guess it could be a pile up of the hate that gets you, is the fact that someone made a tweet that has a bigger following and now he's suing them.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I've seen that one doing the rounds. But defamation.
Defamation. Yeah, that one's silly.
Which I'm be like, oh.
Yeah. Because I don't think jumping to the suing band.
I don't think it was the smartest.
Yeah, because it's not. It's
thing to have done.
Fucking so many people are
Just bring
saying
more
it. Just
attention to
pointed
yourself.
one person, and then exactly.
And then it becomes a whole thing of how it's like, well, if you're calling one person out, then you still got to call everyone. Like,
literally.
So I always hate that.
Yeah, but I don't know. But it sucks to if a lot of people who are transgender acted like she did, there wouldn't be as much negativity. Like you just see and I guess it's the videos you see too. Like someone might be speaking at a college and then they're talking about the fact that biologically there's two genders, and then the people
that disagree aren't wordsmiths. They're not saying things that make sense, that make you go, "Oh, you're smart." Yeah, it's actually like an attack.
It's like
I think that's the biggest
reactive anger
issue with like it all is instead of people being like okay with it, like people are so quick to judge. And stuff, but it's not like a friendly like discussion or of like, hey, this is why I think like what you said. It's just an attack. Yeah. It's attack, and all that.
And I could be wrong. There could be fucking great videos out there, but they've been hidden.
Yeah,
because I've seen nothing but negativity. I think
the other issue as well with it all. And it's seriously just like with movies, movies, TV shows nowadays, how it's like you have to have like someone that's Asian, you have to have someone that's African American, you have to have like a Mexican, and they can't be
interracial couple.
Yeah, they can't be like the typical stereotype either. Like you can have a working class woman who is the boss, and all that. I think the issue that we have as a society now is everything's so fucking forced down our like that's what we are sick of.
Yeah. And that's why
like that's where a lot of the hate gets driven, I feel, is because it's like, fuck, stop fucking forcing it on us.
Just stop jamming it down my throat.
Yeah, like if you just go about your life, I just go about mine.
Yep.
Good eyes. Yeah. Happy days.
And I'm not saying
but don't tell me what your beliefs are. Just because that's what you believe doesn't need to be what I believe. And that's okay to live in a world where our beliefs aren't the same.
And I can't help that there's fucking bad apples in the bunch that are going to hate you regardless.
Yeah, but don't then all put us all in the same basket.
Yeah, literally.
just because one fucking male who still thinks from the 1960s that women should be in the kitchen and why should they be able to vote? Like, don't associate me with that male.
Yeah, 100%. That's the problem. Too many people just.
But then I hate as well because then on the flip side, it's the same as like how just in dating, how it's just like, oh, I'm not like the other guys, and it's like, oh, every guy, and it's like, yeah, but you can't put fuckboys in the same basket as fucking like a bunch of nerds that have like don't even like play video. Like, they're two different fucking types of males. You know, like, you know what I mean though, dude?
Yeah.
Like, they're completely fucking different.
Yeah, they're so it's fucking mental.
It is so too, but then everything always gets put down, and then the whole battle of sexes always then happens because of that.
Yeah, that's fucking.
Which we've talked about before, but it's just another can of like. It's just
it's bigger than ever. There's been so much of a boy.
It is now, and I feel like Andrew Tate's sort of like drive that quite hard.
I think there was always guys that.
There was
hated
always,
women,
but then I think
now
he's
they're
really
more
like
vocal.
He's really bringing it to attention. Like,
Yeah.
you don't need to have a woman. You can be strong by yourself.
Women can't do this. It's like,
Etc. etc. And then you have like the woman version. I'm sure that there has to be a female version of Andrew Tate that like maybe us because we're males, it's just not in our algorithm.
That's true.
Like, surely there's a female being like, you don't need a man, you can
the
be
boys.
empowered and all that. Join my like whatever, like be a top F or something. I don't fucking know. But I'm sure of it that there is a female version of Andrew Tate out there.
But isn't it funny when you realise everyone's got such different algorithms on their phone and like who they're following and who's massive in their life, you may not even fucking heard
that's
of.
hilarious because so the mate that I work with, he doesn't have TikTok, but his partner does. And they were house sitting a house, and he's just like, "Oh, can I just go on your phone? Like, I don't know what TikTok is, but can I just go on it?" Anyways, he's saying to me, he's like, the For You page is like all these just fucking stupid dances, which I was laughing because I was like, yeah, I remember that's what TikTok was for me before you start actually watching stuff that you're into and sort of finding your sort of niche. Anyways, he ended up just being on some video of like, it must have been like Kitchen Nightmares with Gordon Ramsay. And because he watched the whole clip, the next one. So now, his partner's whole For You page is just Jamie Oliver, Kitchen Nightmares, cooking videos, just a ton of Gordon. She was saying to him, she's like, what the fuck have you done? Because all I'm fucking getting is how to make a fucking gourmet chicken dinner. And like, that's for someone that doesn't have, like, that to me is fucking hilarious. Like, he's actually ruined her For You page completely.
It can happen very quickly too. I watched one video. It was really funny. It was this guy who would go up. He's like $20 or spin the wheel, and he went up to people and they're like $20. He's like, spin the wheel, and he just spat it anyway. And when he spat it, had all this ridiculous shit on it. And one of them was like, "You're getting rizzed," and he's like, "Oh no!" And then she's like, "What is this? What is this?" And he plays that song. And goes, "Baby, you're amazing, bro." And then when it drops, he just does this like sexual face at her and just wouldn't stop staring at her. And then she did it back, and all the comments were like, "Oh, it's a rizz off." Anyway, because I watched that a couple of times because it made me laugh, bro. In 10 minutes, it's like I went through his whole profile. My For You page was just like cooking, dancing, boobs, him, fishing, dancing, boobs, him. Like, I was like, fucking hell, it just takes
That's
one.
happened to me today. I was just at work just chilling, and someone had in the UK and America, they have like that, like chewing tobacco, snus? Snout? I don't know.
Snoo.
I don't know. No, but I don't know how it is, but like you can buy it and you put it in your gum.
Yeah, it's tobacco, yeah. I
Yeah,
know
or
what
like,
it is.
like ice needles or some shit like that. I don't know. It's called some bullshit. All I did was like stay on the video for 20 seconds of this thing and just check the comments. Fuck me, mate. Seriously, the next 10 scrolls, it's like trying to snip. And I'm like, what in the... Why? Why?
Because
especially if you click on the video when you go to the comment section and it has like trying something because like the description. If you click on that, you've fucked your For You page.
Yeah.
If you actually click on like what it like the video is related to, because then it brings up all the other related videos, and then you just go back to that's your For You page.
My For You page got fucked because there was a couple of guys from the UK like Simple Simon. I don't know if you've seen him. He's in a
I
boxing
don't.
match, like in Luke Band, all this stuff. They're after watching that, and because they're so weird, they're like the in-betweeners.
Okay,
And
right.
and you watch a couple and you're like, these guys are so weird. So you go through a page, watch like 5, and next thing you know, it's just on your for you forever. Oh, there's a girl. Do you know Ali Brooke, the porn star that uploads heaps of TikToks? She was in a YouTube boxing event. She boxed Faith Ordway or something along those lines.
Maybe. I just know that the only female boxer that I know is the one that tried to hook up with KSI, like give him like.
Oh, Astrid Wet.
That's yeah.
Well,
sorry.
anyway, there's this girl called Ali Brooke, right? And she uploads a heaps of TikToks, and it's so funny. All the comments are like Brock Lesnar, because she's kind of got a build for like Brock Lesnar.
Okay, right.
And people say like you look like a bloke, but you know I guess she's pretty attractive, like, and she's a porn star. Anyway, I'm seeing comments, and this is so spot on. A comment I get seen thrown around way too much is people are way too comfortable on this app. And it is so true.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
People are way too... She was on a podcast and it was on a clip on TikTok, and she's like, yeah, no, it's good. Like one of the ones once, I remember I was like having sex with this guy, and like I fingered his ass, and like a worm came out. Like there was a worm on my finger. And then she's like...
fucked.
And then he had sex with me now, and then he pulled his dick out and there's a worm on his dick, and she's laughing like it's a joke. Like that's like that's a crazy funny story. I'm like too comfortable. That's a story that would go to my fucking grave. Like
That's fuck.
and that's what I mean. I'm seeing comments where it's like people are too comfortable in this ad, and it's so true. This is like stuff that
I don't like that
you don't
at all.
want.
That makes me feel fucking
How
disgusting.
bad, bro? So
cunt.
when I watched it, I went from like cute porn star to just I never want to see you on this For You page
Yeah,
again.
that's fucked.
I'm going to curious. I'm just going to do 10. What do you think would be on my For You page? Like just the themes.
Oh, it's going to be something like comedy related. Maybe like, I feel like comedy and skits fall in the same thing. I feel like you're going to have like maybe like some stand-up comedian stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like some sort of TikTok dancing.
Yep.
Just bullshit, whatever like the latest TikTok dancing trend is. Maybe some sort of podcast.
Yep.
I feel like a cooking video will be in there. And then I think my final one might just be like one of those TikToks where it's like, oh, did you know these 5 new products in Woolies? I don't know why. I feel like I could like.
There's one you missed, and I think you would have. I don't know. You're going to be like, fuck. That would have been on my list. So just fighting.
Yeah, true. I don't know. I didn't even think. Maybe, actually, I feel like you've been pretty good, but also you being you, there's going to be some sort of like trailer breakdown for some sort of superhero
like
movie
TV.
or just
Yeah, I
spoilers.
wouldn't be surprised. I get a lot of, here's my top 10 movies of January or whatever. So just quick, we'll go through a few. So the first one that pops up is a UFC video. Second one is a WWE video. Third one is... You know that guy that got kidnapped and he got his teeth pulled out in Australia? Did you see that?
No.
There was a real quick on the news
How long ago, by the way?
recently. Like,
Oh,
it was
what the
like
hell?
within the month. There, 6 men kidnapped this Chinese guy because his uncle is a massive crypto trader, and they demanded $5 million from him. So they held his nephew or whoever this might be. Somehow there's a relation
Like
there.
ransom.
For ransom. They actually pulled his teeth out. And like this guy's girlfriend is like an Asian, like an influencer on TikTok. She has 90K followers. This dude's like this good-looking Chinese guy or Asian, I'm not too sure. Mate, they actually pulled his teeth out as like, if you don't send the $5 million. And then the house got raided. So I've kept up with that. So now...
Have the police been caught that did it to him?
Yeah. So they threw flashbangs in the house because he's tied up to a chair, and they raided the house and they got all 6 men.
Holy shit.
And anyway, the one TikTok that's just popped up is there's a female that's involved that's 21 because this female works in the government or somehow she has access to addresses, people's private addresses, and she gave the address of this gentleman to these 6 men.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So anyway,
Fuck, definitely going to have to like tell me more after that.
yeah. So that's the next one. After that, I've just got some dude looking at the camera when she's not texting back. So you go on TikTok to distract yourself, and then you see a video saying if she's not texting back, she's getting it thrown in her mouth. Oh, fuck.
No explanation
So
needed.
basically, a girl slapping another girl's butt in a UFC ring. So fighting.
Yeah, we can label it as that.
AEW, which is wrestling. Now Muay Thai, sparring. A Muay Thai trainer. A girl crying about a breakup, which is a funny video.
I was going to say, I feel like that's very left field.
A Mr. Beast video with the gentleman we were talking about before, Chris. WWE video. A girl eating a horse penis.
Yeah, right. That's different.
A guy with a stutter at Comic-Con. A guy talking about the TikTok algorithm itself.
Oh.
Another clip of one of the men who did the kidnapping.
Yeah, right.
Revealed. 2 more. Another WWE video. An AFL video.
That's really odd.
A girl walking a runway with barely anything on. I love fashion. And a baby with no arms. And a woman falling over with crutches with no legs.
Okay.
Well, some weird shit shows up.
Okay, right.
But a lot of wrestling.
Yeah, a lot. That seems to be a niche at the moment.
It actually is, isn't it?
So, yeah, shit.
The TikTok's so funny like that.
Yeah, it really is, because then tomorrow your For You page is going to be completely different.
Like, I saw a clip of, and this looks, unless there's a hidden meaning and they're making a parody of it, which then I would watch, what the fuck is the point of the Barbie movie?
Yeah, I don't really know.
What's the story? I don't get it.
I have no idea what the story is.
It's Margot Robbie
and Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, right? If it was somehow...
Is that thing that you're seeing how it's like Margot Robbie is Barbie someone and then like Ryan Reynolds is something Ken? Because I saw the posters of that everywhere, which then that got memed the fuck out of.
Well, the thing is, do you know who originally was meant to play Barbie and then when she saw where the direction was going, she backed out?
Oh, I remember seeing this somewhere.
Amy fucking Schumer.
Yeah, that's right.
That awful
I can't
comedian.
fucking stand
Neither.
her.
But that's what made me think, oh, maybe this is like... Maybe it's the Barbie name, but this movie's going to be a complete fucking piss take of Barbie. And I was like, oh, that might be funny. But I'm pretty sure it's legitimately just like a Barbie story.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Who does that appeal to? Surely,
I'm guessing the younger...
Bro, who still plays with Barbies?
No, but okay, it's funny you say that because what have you seen any of the reviews for the Mario movie?
I saw that it got the biggest animated box office record the other day. It hit the biggest record, but I heard that the reviews are so mixed.
Yeah, I've heard good and bad. I've heard people are like, yeah, it's all right, and then I've heard other people and they're like, it's fucking so average.
Yeah, well, I've heard reviewers who aren't looking at through a kid's headspace,
like an actual adult going to
an actual adult reviewing a movie. It's just like it's terrible. Seen some people be like, oh, the nostalgia's fantastic.
Don't get me wrong. I think the animation looks fucking amazing. I think the world itself, from the trailer alone, it did impress me. The one thing that I can't help, though, is the fact that it's Chris Pratt. I don't know why, but that just doesn't sit well with me. And I'm not saying that like it should be like an Italian like actor or anything. I'm not saying that, but I think it's the fact that it's just knowing that it's going to be Chris Pratt's voice in Mario. I don't know why that really fucks me.
Yeah,
it just doesn't. I don't know, like knowing that it's like a woohoo sort of thing, but like it just doesn't. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why, but I don't like it.
I just you kept saying I kept saying I don't know, and I'm thinking of your head just like it's just like going upside down, back and forth. Like I just don't know how to think right now. I'm so angry.
More or less, yeah. But the thing is that I've got nothing against Chris Pratt either. It's not like I hate the guy.
No, I think I think you're thinking.
It's just such an odd casting.
They've brought Chris Pratt in for the name. And there's just so many other options that could have...
Yeah, more or less. I think that's
like how they brought Vin Diesel in for Groot. You didn't need anyone for Groot.
No, you didn't.
You didn't.
You could have just fucking had Siri's voice for Groot.
they could have probably used Siri, and with the editing systems they got,
just like change the pitch and the tone.
Apparently, he had to record the I Am Group voice like 500 times. I'm like, why?
Hard day's work. And he's getting paid bank as well, man. Just for being in that movie. And because like he's such a popular character now, it's Baby Groot.
I heard they fucked Mandalorian.
Oh, dude, this season's been such a...
Lizzo on?
Yeah, and Jack Black, man.
Oh, but I like Jack Black.
No, Jack Black was good. Jack Black... I was watching,
but now you're noticing they're just chucking celebrities at it.
Yeah, and I was like, but why? Like, what? No, actually, it's funny because Sasha Banks is in it as like part of like the Mandalorian, like not like the Mandalorian as such, but like she is with like one of the female lead characters in the series, which is actually really, really cool. Like she actually plays like a bigger part in the Clone Wars series. But, now I'm just like, you're just getting celebrities just for the sake of getting celebrities. Like, I don't like that.
Well, I think they had a good ending, didn't they? That it was meant to, like, he finally got Baby Yoda to Luke.
Yeah, that's correct.
And then it was meant to finish, and then they're like, no, he can continue on.
Well, the thing that fucked it, so they introduced Boba Fett back, who was such a big character from the original Star Wars, like episodes 4, 5, and 6. So they bring Boba Fett back, and he's like a fan favorite. Like so many people loved him. He got at the end of season 2, because Boba Fett comes in at the end of season 2 as well. So then, like Boba Fett got its own TV series, and this guy's like an assassin, like paid by Darth Vader to like just take out like just anyone more or less. But the series, like the own Boba Fett, like the Book of Boba Fett series, it became like The Mandalorian season 2.5. Oh. Like The Mandalorian got pushed harder than what like the main character of like the series that it's after was about. And like the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, why? Like, what have you done? I remember talking to our mate who's very into Star Wars. And like, what did you think? He's like, I thought it was all right, man. I'm like, you are a fuckhead, sir. Like, I was just like, you're like, you know how like, there's the people that will just defend anything just to defend?
Yeah, he loves it.
And they won't just accept that it's like, no, it was actually, in hindsight, it wasn't that good.
I can get that, though. I can get that.
When you're really strong if I'm like something.
If I'm in love.
Yeah, you don't want to be in denial.
And he loves Star Wars. He's got like the tats. He like draws it all the time. So
you don't want to be in denial.
I can see
but
it where it's like, this is my show. Like I'm just gonna, I know him too, and I know for a fact he would be like, I'm just happy that I'm getting something.
Yeah,
in this realm. Because that's what we're talking about with the Power Rangers stuff. I know for me, I'm not happy that there's a new Power Ranger movie coming out as much because I'm like, looks like a bit of a cash grab and you're ruining something I really like the memory of. I feel like
it is, but then there's small parts of me as well that like I do like as well. I'm 50-50 on it. I like that we're getting the original Blue and Black Ranger back, but then knowing that like the original Pink Ranger didn't come, like that's, like then it's sort of like,
yeah, I wonder what they're going to do with Tommy.
Oh, well, that's and Trini as well, dude.
Just need a dark adult version and we'll be good to go.
Well, see, but when's that going to happen?
Hopefully soon.
See, there's a trailer for a movie called Strays with Will Ferrell and Jamie Foxx. It's R-rated. It's about stray dogs. But it's by the guy that made Ted. I'll show you the trailer after the, Is
it funny?
I feel like it's one of those movies that I feel like go in with low expectations and you'll have a great time. I don't think the movie itself will be anything. I feel like it's Cocaine Bear-esque.
Do you know what I have to do that tonight after you go? I'm going to start binging. Is Auntie Donna have a new show that just released on ABC iView?
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the thing is, Auntie Donna is one of my favourite comedy groups of all time. Problem is, such big hits, big misses. Like, I can go up and down. Their recent Netflix show, some fucking hilarious
Yeah, but I've also
moments.
heard some really average stuff.
And then there's some stuff I'm like,
really average.
What the fuck
is there a Netflix thing like? So is that like just a bunch of skits itself? Like,
I'm not too sure. So what they've done is their new one is on ABC iView.
Okay,
And I was like, fucking hell, you're making me download ABC now. Like, fuck's sake.
Good on you.
But I think it's a whole mix of skits, like put in an actual show. Like, there's a theme to it.
Okay. I feel like they'd be very good if they did, like, if they themselves did somewhat of like a thank God you're here type thing. I feel like those two could be absolutely fire.
Yeah. They have a see, their podcast, right? I can't listen to their podcast because it's so hit and miss for me, because there's a series they do where they pretend that they're having a sleepover at the age of like 12 and they're all boys and they're talking about things like cooking up with girls, like who gets to play the video games, like, and then they'll change voices to the parents offering them fish and chips and
right.
And it's fucking hysterical. Like, I'm like drop dead laughter. I can't. I'll be, because I have my headphones on when I do shopping.
Yeah,
and I still remember like going shopping and just being in like an aisle and just laughing my ass off, and people would think I'm fucking nuts, but I can't help it because it's so. Do you know the other one that fucking got me good at work that I couldn't stop laughing at? Chris Lilly's Jamae podcast. He's pretending to be Jamae. And
I didn't even know that he was doing that.
And just talking about like his school life, and he's like, there was one moment where he's like, I just can't wait to get out of school and just like, I want to go nightclubbing so bad. I just want to get an MDMA. Like, I just want to look like a bag of, like a skeleton. Like, I just want to be so skinny. I just want to, like, I want people to look at me on the dance floor. Like, just like a little bag of bones dancing around, like a little skeleton. I fucking,
dude, I didn't even know. I forgot purely because I like love Some Heights High so fucking much, and then I feel like a lot of things after that just weren't that great.
Yeah, there was some.
Like, was it Angry Boys that he had?
Yeah, there was some hits and some misses.
I didn't like that. And then he has
Nathan.
Yes, like that stuff's good.
Oh, he's got himself stuck in the beanbag.
But even like no, Ryan, Ryan, you are gay. No, Mum, I'm not. No, you are gay.
See,
you're a gay skateboarder boy.
There was hits in that and misses in that. So,
but then, like, I don't know, because there's a newer one as well, isn't there? Or did he get canned?
Nah, there was a new one that I thought was fucking hilarious, but there was definitely moments in the show that I didn't like. There was an episode I didn't laugh at all, but then there was an episode I fucking died laughing. So that's the thing with that. It's hard. It is
even Superlog, man. I used to like. There were so many YouTube skits of those guys that had me fucking
I don't laugh at
dying.
any of Superlog's videos.
No,
now.
but then he made like a YouTube, like a series or something like that.
Yep.
As well. And I just remember watching the part and I was like, this is shit.
Yeah.
Like, this is fucking terrible. I don't know. It's almost like when they have more money to like do like a good production. It's like, it just doesn't land as well.
But I reckon with that type of money, their creative freedom would be limited too.
Yeah, that's a fair call.
I reckon if there's some things that that
is a very fair call.
The producer's like, no, but you could do this instead. And they're I guess we fucking have to.
That's true.
You'd get a lot cut from underneath you, I reckon, with that kind of stuff.
Well and truly.
But no, Chris Lilly has some, like, Auntie Donna, some of their podcasts are fucking hilarious. Like, and then, like, I've listened to them. There's clips I've sent you that I've listened to where they've made random comments, and I'm just dying of laughter. But then there's other ones I've listened to completely, and I've just been like, I don't even like this. Yeah. Shit. So it's a very hit and miss for me.
Fingers crossed, and their show on ABC IV is decent.
Well, I've got a clip for you. I'll show after this actually, and you'll see the exact type of humor that they're going to have in the show. So,
beautiful.
Yeah, all right, beautiful, guys. I'll show you that clip. Guys, that was Morokai with 2 eyes.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you. I forgot how to outro it, so I'm going to say bye.
Boom.